The story of kindness of the little ant. In the heart of a dense forest, where ancient trees towered high and sunlight filtered through the thick canopy, there existed a bustling colony of ants. They were a community of diligent workers, each contributing their part to the greater good under the wise guidance of Elder Oak Shield, the oldest and most revered ant in the colony. Among these industrious ants was a small and unassuming worker named Pip. Despite his diminutive size, Pip possessed a spirit brimming with curiosity and a heart filled with kindness that set him apart from his peers. While his fellow ants scurried tirelessly about their duties, Pip often found himself drawn to the mysteries of the forest, eager to explore its wonders beyond the confines of their colony. One bright morning, as the sun cast its golden rays upon the forest floor, Pip set out on one of his usual expeditions, venturing deeper into the heart of the woods than ever before. As he traversed through the undergrowth, marveling at the beauty of nature surrounding him, he stumbled upon a sight that would change his life forever. There, nestled among a bed of fallen leaves, lay a small bird, its delicate wing twisted at an unnatural angle. Its eyes were closed, and its breath came in shallow gasps, a clear sign of distress. Most ants would have simply ignored the injured bird and continued on their way, but Pip felt a pang of empathy tug at his heartstrings.
Storyblocks Audio.
Without hesitation, Pip approached the wounded creature, his tiny legs carrying him closer with each determined step. He knelt beside the bird, his eyes filled with concern as he assessed its condition. It was clear to him that the bird was in need of help, and he knew that he couldn't just stand idly by and do nothing. Gently, Pip reached out a tiny leg and touched the bird's feathers, offering what little comfort he could. "Don't worry, little one," he whispered softly. "I'll do whatever it takes to help you." With a sense of purpose driving him forward, Pip set off in search of aid, his small frame moving swiftly through the forest in a blur of motion. He knew that he needed to seek the guidance of Elder Oak Shield, the wisest ant in the colony, if he had any hope of saving the injured bird. Upon reaching the colony, Pip wasted no time in locating Elder Oak Shield, who was overseeing the construction of a new tunnel with his usual air of wisdom and authority. "Elder Oak Shield," Pip called out breathlessly as he approached, his voice filled with urgency. "I need your help. There's a bird in the forest, and it's hurt. I don't know what to do." Elder Oak Shield turned to regard Pip with a gentle smile, his wise eyes twinkling with understanding. "You have a kind heart, young Pip," he said, his voice warm with affection. "Come, let us gather a group of ants and see what we can do to assist this bird in its time of need." Filled with a renewed sense of hope, Pip followed Elder Oak Shield as he rallied a group of eager ants from the colony. Each one willing to lend their aid to the injured creature. Together, they set off into the forest, their tiny legs moving with purpose as they made their way to where the injured bird lay. When they arrived at the spot where Pip had found the bird, they found it still lying there, its eyes closed and its breathing shallow. Without hesitation, the ants set to work, each one using their unique skills and talents to assist in any way they could. Some gathered twigs and leaves to fashion a makeshift splint for the bird's injured wing, while others scoured the forest floor for food to sustain it during its time of recovery. Pip worked tirelessly alongside his fellow ants, his heart filled with determination as he did everything in his power to help the injured creature. As they worked, word of their compassionate act began to spread throughout the forest, drawing the attention of the other creatures who called it home. Among them was a wise old owl named Hoot, who watched the ants with keen interest from his perch high in the trees. "Remarkable," Hoot mused to himself as he observed the ants at work. "Such kindness and compassion from such small creatures. Truly, they are a testament to the power of empathy and understanding, moved by the selfless actions of the ants, who decided to lend his own assistance to their cause. With a graceful swoop of his wings, he descended from his perch and landed beside them, his keen eyes scanning the scene before him. "Young Pip," Hoot said, his voice deep and resonant. "Your kindness and compassion have not gone unnoticed. You have shown great courage in helping this bird, and for that, you have earned my respect." Pip blushed at the owl's praise, feeling a swell of pride in his chest. He hadn't expected any recognition for his actions, he had simply followed his heart and done what he felt was right. With the bird's wings splinted and secured, Elder Oakshield turned to Pip with a smile. "Well done, young one," he said, his voice filled with pride. "Your compassion has saved this bird's life today. Remember, no act of kindness is ever too small." The other ants nodded in agreement, their tiny voices echoing Elder Oakshield's words. Pip beamed with pride, knowing that he had made a difference in the world, no matter how small he may be. As the sun began to set on the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the forest, Pip and his fellow ants returned to their colony, their hearts full of joy and gratitude. And though Pip may have been small in stature, his kindness had left a big impact on the world around him. From that day on, Pip became known throughout the forest as the ant with the biggest heart, inspiring others to follow in his footsteps and spread kindness wherever they went. And though he may have been just a little ant in a big world, Pip knew that sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness could make the biggest difference of all. Audio.